remains through to the quarter-finals. But next up is the matchup of the giant killers, Kevin Cordon of Guatemala and Pablo Abian of Spain, hoping to cause and create some history for their countries, looking to reach the quarter-finals for the very first time at the World Championships. When it's two players that don't really need to have an introduction to one another, they know each other pretty well. Kevin Cordon from Guatemala, but he trains currently with the Spanish squad. Been training together for the last 5 months, and they have a few sparring matches. Albion said sometimes he wins, sometimes it's Kevin. But it's going to be a terrific fighting match. They have shown already this week during the World Championships that they've got some wonderful game to show us. And also they've shown some real resilience at times as well.
Oh yes, Kevin Cordon, his first round match against the number 5 seed Chen Long, saved 3 match points in that deciding game before winning on his third match point, 27-25 in the decider. And he really has been in great form, world ranking of 34th, so he's up 2 places since last week.
And he's going to go up a few more places yet, isn't he, given the fact that he's beaten the world number 5. Also beat Henry Huskinen of Sweden in yesterday's second round as well. Said he was tired after that Chen Long game, but was pleased with the way he managed to focus against Huskinen. He's benefited from his time in Spain. He thinks his technique, his stamina is improving. Recently reached the quarterfinals of the Canada Open. Well, this is another quarterfinal he wants to be in. The winner here, by the way, takes on Li Chongwei, the world number 1. Here's his opponent then, Pablo Abian of Spain, world ranking of 26. He's also caused his upsets. He's also saved match points, ranking up from 26 to 23 in the last few days. Now, will he keep his shirt on today? Yesterday, after his victory over Mark Zwiebler of Germany, ripped it off in half. And here you go, if you don't believe. So expect a little bit of Latin passion today.
Yeah, he's had a very good year. He's played 10 individual tournaments. He's reached 5 finals, winning 4 of them. So, you know, whilst it's not been Super Series events or major Grand Prix Gold events, he really has been getting in the winning habit. And I think that's always very important for players.
You know, he's got great experience. He came and played in a World Championships at the age of just 16, played men's doubles with his brother, Javier. The fact that they know each other so well, and now they are in the biggest stage of all with a chance to make history for their countries. How is that going to work here?
Well, I don't know the characters really awfully well. I've followed their results. You know, I haven't called that many of their matches, so it will be very interesting to see how they do react, because of course both of them in their previous matches, when they've played against seeded players, whether it was Chen Long or whether it was Mark Zwiebler, both of those 2 were seeded. So of course these 2 players playing against those opponents had no pressure. They weren't expected to win. Now all of a sudden the pressure is on, because they both know this is probably the best chance they'll ever have of being in a World Championship quarter-final.
The umpire is Ivanka Pocorini. And then the service judge is Tomasz Breslin. Yeah, they looked at the draw at the start of the week, these 2. And they had a little joke. Yeah, you know what? We could meet each other in round 3. And of course, you know, Kevin Cordon, he had the world number 5 to take on in the first round, and you know, you mentioned Mark Ziebler there that Abian had to play, and they never thought it would be a reality, and yet here they are, Wednesday evening, World Championships, and as I say, Ling Chong Wei coming next for one of them. It's a terrific story, and they've really brightened up the championship so far. What will they bring here in this last 16 game?
On my right, Kevin Cordon, Guatemala. On my left, Pablo Abian, Spain. Kevin Cordon to serve, level, play. Service over, 1 love.
Well, that wasn't a bad first point, was it, for Pablo Abian in terms of knowing his distance control here. It's a sprightly start from the Spaniard.
2 love.
Yeah, I think the previous encounters between these two players, played twice, Abian won twice. That's got to have an influence psychologically, I would have thought.
Very close game the last time they met, though, 22-20, 21-19, and already we're seeing a bit of theatrics that hopefully we're going to see throughout the course of this match. The other game was in 2006, so I mean, there were very different players back then.
Yes, and of course you've got to remember, not only was it close the last time they met, but Abian was playing on home soil, and home support at the Spanish Open may have influenced, and it's always worth a couple of points at least in each game to play at home. I always believe so anyway.
Yeah, that was in May, of course, so it was pretty recently.
Service over, 3-1.
Oh, called a fault. I wasn't convinced that it wasn't the shuttle that had hit the net.
Well, neither is Kevin Cordon.
Yeah, there's a little confused expression on his face. Not convinced.
No. That's one way to put it behind you.
Service over, 2-4.
He's in the game now. That was a nice smash to put away. Great angle as well there.
3-4. Service over, 5-3.
Has he hurt himself? Seemed to hold his hip.
7.
Yeah.
Or his stomach.
Yeah, that's one worth keeping an eye on, isn't it?
Yeah, immediately as he landed.
Service foul, coach. Service over.
That didn't look good.
4-7.
As if he pulled something. Oh dear.
Oh, that's nice. Well, it really would be tragic if he had to pull out of this match. We've already seen one pull out today on our television court. Ipuien pulling out of the second game against Simon Abel.
Service over. 8-5.
There's been no signs since of him, rubbing it or showing any signs of feeling an injury, but it's out.
Service over. 6-8.
The luck of the net cord immediately apologises to his friend.
7-8.
We're from 7-3 down here. Kevin Cordon is settling into this game. It was that 7-3 when he went down that he was sort of holding his hip, looking in discomfort, but he's won 5 of the next 6 points.
Yeah, it's good play. Richard, I mean, you were saying right at the start of this match how Kevin Cordon was saying that he was tired after playing Chen Long, an hour and 13 minutes for that match, but when he played his second round match, only 37 minutes. I can't help but wonder the fact that Abian, his match yesterday was an absolute marathon, an hour and 14 minutes, and of course he hasn't had time to recover, whereas Kevin Cordon, after his first round, had a day off, then he played against the Swede, and I wonder if that physical match yesterday may be an effect on the Spaniard today.
That's a very good point, because if you look at his style of play as well, he's a very busy player, isn't he?
Very physical player. He's a very slight player. You know, we've seen some of the top Asians, big muscly legs and so on, and they sort of really explode around the court. He's got nice movement, but he's very much slighter athlete, and this is why he's such a good runner. He's got very, very good stamina, but of course he does have to work very, very hard in his matches because he relies very heavily on his ability to retrieve the shuttle.
11-9 interval.
So 11-9, Kevin Cordon leads at the interval, and if you're thinking Kevin, that's not a very Latin name, is it? Well, it's because his dad was a big football fan and named him after the former England player Kevin Keegan, who of course played just across the road from here at the Wembley Stadium many times, and also was manager of England, not so successfully as well though. Pedro Yang there, his coach, the only other Guatemalan to have qualified for the Olympics.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Generally, I don't think he is coached by Pedro, but he's joined him this week to give him some guidance, and obviously it's bearing some fruits. Yeah,
done a very good job.
11-9. Play.
very tight first part of this match. Yeah, I think when his dad named him after Kevin Keegan, he had high hopes of him being a footballer, which is more of a common sport in Guatemala. Asked why he turned to badminton, he said he had no idea. Now when his family played it, can't think why. Lived 5 hours drive from Guatemala, where the nearest courts were.
Service over.
Pretty good decision by the looks of things.
Yeah, well, I couldn't help, as you were saying that, thinking about Taufik Hidayat, because he wanted to be a footballer when he was young, and his father was so against it and wanted him to play badminton that he actually popped his football and said, right, well, you haven't got a football to play with anymore, come on, get out on the badminton court. And again, that was a great decision, wasn't it? Former world and Olympic champion Taufik Hidayat, but not so successful here this week. Losing out to Wong of Singapore.
Yeah, that's in this quarter of the draw, where the number 4 seed's gone. Zwiebler, of course, Chen Long, these two have beaten. Kenichi Tago, another who's gone.
Nice wide.
Giving it their all, but yeah.
12-all.
Oh, great retrieving.
Incredible. I think Kevin Cordon was about to celebrate a winning shot here.
Did well there because he was coming forward, had to check his movement and then leap backwards. Kevin Cordon, look, his first smash is coming forward to the net, had to stop. Leap in the air once again. To me, this was a man who's tired probably emotionally as well as physically. Wrong choice of shot. Going for a very, very acute angle.
Service over. 14 all.
It's tense out there, isn't it?
Service over. 15 14.
Really well played point by Kevin Cordon there. He was stretching Pablo Abian, getting him running around the court, and then delivered a super killer blow.
16.
Yeah, comprehensively outmaneuvered, and that's wonderful singles tactics.
Service over. 15 16.
Yeah, it's clever. Played an awful lot of smashes and attacking shots down the side of the court that time. Straight at Cordon. Oh, indecision. Yeah, good play. Look how early he's addressing the shuttle there. Racket arm outstretched, and with virtually no backswing of the racket, generating the power to push it deep into his opponent's backhand corner.
Neck and neck, first game, with a place in the quarterfinals at stake. A once in a lifetime opportunity perhaps for these players, you never know, but they have not been here before.
Service over. 17.
No, but isn't it terrific that we've got new countries coming to the fore in world badminton? Oh, incredible. Oh, better and better. Finds the line on the angled shot. And look at that. How did he control that? He gets up again so quickly. Well, he didn't just get it back. He got it back with interest. That is incredible.
It was a fabulous point, wasn't it? It just showed you about the guts and determination of these players. Never mind the skill involved as well. Kevin Cordon just edging ahead here.
Service over. 17 18.
Square again.
Kevin Cordon in that rally used all 4 corners. Great singles tactics.
Service over.
Moving his opponent so well. Just wide.
Service over, 19 all.
Well, both these players have been involved in 3-set thrillers this week, and the way this game shaped up, you wouldn't be surprised if this one went the distance, would you? Oh!
Well, there's no lack of effort, is there?
And a nice moment there, Pablo Abian, when he was down on the floor applauding Kevin Cordon. Have a look at the reaction here.
20, game point, 19.
What do I have to do? Well, he's got to try and save a game point here. Kevin Cordon takes the first game. Desperate moment for Pablo Abian. He breaks his racket in the proceed of trying to save that game point. 21-19.
Yeah, it was already broken, that racket, so shouldn't get a warning for that, for racket abuse. It'd be awfully harsh if he did. He just banged the racket on the floor, and that broke the frame as he was trying to defend.
I mentioned that Pedro Yang there, who's a former player, played in the Olympics. When Kevin Cordon was at the Olympics in 2008, he was actually the flag bearer for Guatemala, and he had 12 representatives, and it was the proudest moment of his badminton career. But, well, maybe he's halfway to the next proudest moment.
Yeah. I have to say that that opening game was an absolute joy to watch. Not only lovely badminton and 100% effort from both men, but also the fact that it was played in such good spirit. And you picked up on the fact that Abian applauded his opponent after a good shot, but you know, they're not trying to influence line judges, and I have to say one or two of the more established players could perhaps learn one or two things from this. It really is a joy.
Yeah, and some of the shots kind of defy the laws of gravity, and others as well. It's been, especially Abian, he's spring-like abilities to try and retrieve situations that look lost mean that even when he's up against it in this second game, as he tries to get on level terms, you know he will just keep trying to hang in there.
Play.
Oh, that is just magnificent. Addressing the shuttle early. Look at this, just guides it across court. Nothing fancy.
It's ironic, isn't it, if Kevin Cordon does win this, because the Spanish Federation have obviously, been very kind to let him come aboard and, be a part of their squad, even though obviously he's not Spanish, but it might backfire for them in some respect that he could well deny their man being the first Spaniard into a quarterfinals of a World Championship.
Yes, but it's always a two-way street because, of course, Abian needs a good sparring partner. So they've both benefited from the training camp and the training experience. But I take your point. Just long.
Service over. 1-2.
Ooh, that was close. Nice pirouette to play the shot in, but that wasn't out by much, I tell you. Kevin Cordon was celebrating that before I think it even landed.
Yeah, I think it probably was the right call with the drift, bringing it closer to the line. Ooh. Well, I have to say, when I watched it initially, I thought there was no question it was just out, but looking at it again, I wasn't so convinced. That's going out. Yeah.
Service over. 2-3.
Yeah, that's well played.
He's so sprightly and bubbly, isn't he, Pablo Abian?
Yes, and that's one of the rare occasions in this match that he's really dominated the net exchanges. Yeah, it's a good smash too.
4-3.
Oh, super.
It really was.
Slicing across the shuttle, bringing it down so steeply.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say he's playing the best badminton of his life here this week, and the fact that he's able to save match points against the world number 5 and come through and win must be such a big confidence boost.
This was courageous from Cordon because he blocked back to the net. Last time he had played a net shot and it pounced on by his opponent. Oh. Well, last time it was a steep angle down Abian's backhand side. This time down his forehand. Always keeping the Spaniard guessing. It's clever.
Service over. 5-6.
Another tight affair in this second game. Not that we were expecting anything else.
all.
Oh, he's got it back. What a rally. No, he's overdone it. Tremendous.
Seven, 6.
Back into the lead, Spaniard. But not for long.
Service over. 7 all.
Well, I'm pleased that that possibility of an injury, that injury scare, has not played any part in this match. There's a slight wince, wasn't in that first game from Kevin Cordon, but
Yeah, but these two players aren't going to pass up on an opportunity. I think both of them would have the attitude, unless I'm carried off court, I'm going to go on fighting. So
yeah, I wouldn't doubt that.
Service over. 8, 7.
yes, any lift or clear that's not
8,
right to the back of the court. Kevin Cordon is dealing with it very efficiently.
.229 for Cordon on that one.
Kevin. Kevin.
Kevin, cuando te la pone corto otra vez para hacerle el tap.
Service over. 9, 8.
Oh, indecision, got away with it. It was lazy to play the backhand there from Kevin Cordon on the back of the court. Really needs to be moving his feet. And that was the lazy one, got him into trouble. Oh, lovely. Oh, he's got it back. Goodness me.
And then threw his racket at the shadow, knowing that it wasn't possible to even dive for the next.
Service over. Thank you. Nine.
He's a real character, isn't he? Great to watch.
I don't know exactly, but I don't think anyone in either game's been more than 2 points ahead. You can confirm that for me, Joe.
There was a 3-point deficit at one stage in the opening game.
Right at the start must have been then.
Yep.
So it's a 1 point lead at the interval for Pablo Abian in this second game, with Kevin Cordon having taken the first set.
Cord 1, 20 seconds. Cord 1, 20 seconds.
¿Vale?
Well, is this heading for
11, 10.
3 sets?
Play.
Can Pablo Abian manage the pace of a third 3-setter this week? I'm sure he'd like to have a go.
12, 10.
He's pushed it wide. And there's another 3-point difference between these two players.
10.
Ah, did you see that movement after the low serve from Abian?
10.
Immediately moved forward. Sheer threat of him going forward forced his opponent into error. That's clever mind games.
Service over. 11, 14.
Oh, yes. What a super rally again.
12, 14.
Down his backhand side and following forward to play the winning shot deep into the forehand corner, using the full width of the court.
as Pablo Abian thought he might be getting away. Back comes Kevin Cordon at him. Another of those smashes finding the corner.
Eso es lo menos cansado. Vamos.
Oh, yes. Slightly slow reactions there from the Spaniard. And I suspect that's a sign of fatigue. Yeah, that wasn't that quick. And second one down his forehand side.
He's been so much on his toes, hasn't he? And there he just looked a little leaden-footed.
Yeah.
4 points in a row here for Kevin Cordon. Geeing himself up.
Service over. 15-14.
Yeah, as soon as he saw Kevin Cordon turn and take the shot late on his backhand side, about shoulder height, he knew he was in trouble. Therefore, Abian going forward to the net, anticipating the drop shot.
Service over. 15-16. Service over. 17-15.
Pumped up here, Pablo.
18-15.
He's edging towards making it one set apiece here.
19-15.
Wouldn't you just know it? Game points.
20. Game point. 15.
Nearly drifted back in.
Service over. 16-20.
Still 4 more game points to save for Kevin Cordon.
That's a lovely shot. Little hold and flick.
17-20.
Look how he moves forward though after his initial smash. Well, we saw a match last night, a player come back from 15-20 down to win. That was Tian Min Nguyen against Prashak Parupalli.
18-20.
Surely we're not going to see it twice, are we?
Yeah, there's that big margin. Just gets smaller, it gets tenser, and you just have to think it's still game point, but This is a really big point here.
That was a nervous-looking shot, wasn't it?
Well, 5 becomes 1. If that was a big point, they're gonna keep getting that way, aren't they? Going to get bigger and bigger. Should Kevin Cordon level it up at 20 all. Still, for Pablo Abian, 1 point required for 1 set all.
Oh, it's landed in. He's done it.
Kevin Cordon thought it was drifting out.
Second game won by Pablo Abian, 21-19.
Found the line.
1 game all.
Had to be good. And it was. Spanish joy. It's 1 set apiece. And that Pablo passion, we're going to see a bit more of just getting this decider to come. 21-19. 45 minutes long already, this game.
He's built a bit like a marathon runner, isn't he? Very lean, and it's amazing. He's gone the full distance in his first 2 matches, and full distance here. He still appears to be full of running.
It was a gutsy last shot as well. It would have been a very demoralising to have seen it click over to 20 all on the scoreboard. Now he can just look ahead.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Well, he's been facing defeat in his match against Chen Long. There's Kevin Cordon. Pablo Abian was facing his defeat as well in their match against Mark Zwiebler. And they came through. Both players obviously to be hit. In a way, it's a shame to say goodbye to one of them because they've been such good value. Dispute over this point.
1 love.
And it went Abian's way. Cordon was convinced this was in, and he was right.
No, I thought it was out.
Well, there you go. A difference of opinion.
Just proves how difficult it is to be a line judge.
Yeah, and we saw it in slow-mo.
No, that's definitely out, surely.
Yeah, I will go with you on that one, Jill. He doesn't want to get wrapped up in this, does he, Kevin Cordon?
No, he's got to put that out of his mind. It's the very start of the deciding game. He can't afford to dwell on this. Yeah, that was out. Yeah, good call, line judge.
Yeah. It's nice to know we agree again, Jill.
2 love.
And short.
Service over. 1.
Just caught the net on its way up.
this is good character from Kevin Cordon, because he was very disturbed about the 2 calls on the first 2 points of this deciding game, and appears to have now channeled his aggression and his anger in the right direction, making it work for him rather than work against him.
Service over, 3-4.
Here they go again.
Service over.
More neck and neck badminton. Hard to see anyone really grabbing the initiative.
No, in a way it'd be disappointing if it wasn't really close right to the end. 2 remarkable stories this week. 2 players not expected to be at this stage of the competition, both achieving outstanding results.
Abian, 26-year-old Spaniard. Cordon, a 24-year-old from Guatemala.
Beauty. You know, one of the big differences I think between these 2 players is Kevin Cordon's ability to actually finish off a rally. He has these wonderful angles. He brings the shuttle down so steeply.
If you could put together his ability to finish it off and Abian's ability to defend and, you know, get himself out of seemingly impossible situations, you'd have a player close to #1 in the world, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. But it is absolutely terrific to see players coming from countries that don't have a tradition in badminton and really doing as well as this. Of course, Spain have hosted the World Championships twice previously, Seville in 2001 and Madrid in 2006. But to have a Spanish player now coming to the fore, it really is super to see. And of course they've had a women's singles player who's still a junior doing very well. Lost earlier on today, but for a junior to be in the last 16. Marin. Passed out to Chen Xiaoxie. Was it 2 very tough games?
6-3.
I think it was.
Yeah, I think they were pretty close.
Yeah, 21-18, 21-17.
Here's Cordon making the move here. Is this a decisive move? Abian's floored and Cordon has a 4-point advantage.
Yeah.
Well, you talked about it right at the start here, Jill, and I don't want to rule him out in terms of his ability to keep pushing and pushing and pushing, but you know, when he, you know, as you say, played an hour and a quarter, was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Whereas Cordon only had a game of just over half an hour.
Yeah, I have to say though, I was very concerned about the Spaniard after the first game. I thought, you know, he was throwing himself around the court as he always does. I mean, he never gives up on a rally. But I did wonder if physically he was beginning to struggle. and he proved me totally wrong
That's why
in the
I'm
second
saying,
game.
That's why I say it with some hesitancy.
Yeah, and look at that rally. Goodness me, not only running but getting back so well on that last shot to be able to hit the smash across court. Jump there, has to change direction, and then the final one across court. Now that's physically demanding. You can't do that if you're really struggling with fatigue.
Dale, quítale tiempo. Y ahora sí.
5-7.
Good lift. Yeah, then brings him forward, then pushes him to the back again.
The man of energy being sapped up here.
Service over. 8.
Yeah, just running on adrenaline, I think.
Kevin.
Going wide. Yeah, has to think about the drift.
9-5.
It's another lead of 4 now for Kevin Cordon here.
Service over. 6-9.
Oh, judged by Pablo Abian.
7-9.
Great judgment, wasn't it? Incredible. No wonder he's pleased with that.
8-9.
Wow.
9-all.
Well, it's a game to really savour, isn't it? You know, it doesn't have to be the big name stars in badminton to necessarily produce one of the matches of the day.
Service over. 10-9.
I mean, the stakes are pretty high here for these two guys. It's
It's huge.
a position they've never been in before, and with all that at stake, they've been able to produce, you know, their very best badminton.
Not only the very best badminton, but I know I'm repeating myself, but in the very best spirit as well. fighting for everything and yet acknowledging each other's good shots.
All.
Wide.
Yeah, so Kevin Cordon heads into the final interval ahead, but even he will be fully aware that, well, it's not much of a lead. It's not a lead as such, really. It's the slenderest of margins.
Yeah, well, exactly an hour of play, and there's only 1 point separates these two players. It can't be any closer at the mid-game interval. There has to be at least 1 point in it, and that's all there is.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Well, these are guys who have, you know, won in places like Peru and Poland and the Maldives and Sweden and Morocco. Here they are at the home of badminton, or the spiritual home of badminton at least, where the All England Championships were played back in the late 1950s. You know, the great names of the past have come and played. Jill Clark.
Yeah, it was very special playing here, I can assure you.
11, 10. Play.
Well, some huge points ahead for Cordon and Abian here.
Service over. 11 all. .11.
2 points after the interval go Abian's way. Cordon strikes back. It's going to be like that, you feel.
12 all.
Oh, it's good, isn't it? Oh my goodness, how did he get that back?
I don't know.
Couldn't get the second one back though. That is incredible defence. He didn't just get it back, he got it back with interest. Couldn't do it a second time. That is inch perfect.
Yeah, he's having to play his very best badminton, Cordon, to just win the point. One of his fastest smashes of the match as well.
Service over. 13 all. Service over. 14, 13.
Yeah, that's the first negativity I've seen from Abian.
13.
Little shake of the head after that rally.
He's a fighter, Spanish matador though. He'll keep coming back for more here. Well, sometimes there's just nothing you can do. The shuttle here just hangs on the top of the net and then falls the way of Kevin Cordon. And what a moment that was. I mean, what a difference it makes from 16-13. It could have been 15-14. Four more points for victory for Kevin Cordon, and with a 4-point advantage. Dig deep time again for Abian.
17-13.
Well, it's pulled wide.
No, it is out.
Abian appealing to the umpire.
So it was out.
Ooh, that was on the line.
Well, what with the way the shuttle dropped over the net, the way that's fallen on the line, you've got to feel for Pablo Abian. His deficit is 5, and on another day it could have been 1, but I think there's been a couple of decisions that could have gone either way for both players.
Yeah, and the point is the umpire isn't allowed to overrule unless they see that a clear error has been made. Well,
they can't use the TV screens that are showing it either, can they?
no, and in fact the replays aren't shown in the arena here.
Kevin Cordon.
He's applying the pressure at the right time. Okay, I take your point, Richard. The couple of lucky shots, lucky call that went in his favour, a net cord, but you know, he's the one that's hitting the winning shots. He's really going out to win it. Can't sit back in sport and wait for it to happen. You've got to make it happen.
So Kevin Cordon from the Central American country of Guatemala, a country that's never really been linked with the sport of badminton before, is now 2 points away from the quarterfinals of the Badminton World Championships.
He's really got to put that out of his mind, so he's got to just focus on exactly what he's going to do in this next rally. Can't be letting your mind run away with you. Oh, that's gone wide.
The finishing line is tantalisingly close. Out. 3 points in a row for Pablo. Great call. He just doesn't know when he's beaten, does he, Pablo Abian? Just keeps bouncing up and coming back for more.
Yeah, it's a clever smash.
17-19.
And it's been his most effective shot, hasn't it? That smash across court, and it brings up 3 match points for Kevin Cordon.
Service over. Match point 17.
King Kevin rules. Guatemala have a badminton player in the quarterfinals of the World Championships for the very first time. You got to feel for Pablo Abian, but there has to be a loser as much as there has to be the joy of victory as there is here for Kevin Cordon. Look at that, the Spanish coaches congratulating the opposing player. He's part of the Spanish setup, and he has achieved the goal that he set out to do here. What a struggle, what a fantastic titanic struggle it's been.
21-19, 19-21, 21-17.
It was his rushing at the nets and taking the shuttle early that was so devastating in his first round victory over Chen Long, and it came to the fore right at the crucial moment here in the deciding game. Well, you have to say he's thoroughly deserved it, but what a fantastic match it was. Both players giving their absolute all.
21-19, 19-17, 21-17. Kevin Cordon, and the celebration was almost Kevin Keegan style, wasn't it, at the end? Fantastic. And look who's next. None other than the world number one, the number 1 seed, Lee Chong-wei, who absolutely destroyed Park Sung-hwan earlier on this morning. Congratulations to Kevin Cordon. He's still got a lot to look forward to.